Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on a team from the AAC, the Tulane Green Wave. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Huskers will kick it away to start us off. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be knocked down. So Tulane's offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going.
He's got it down the left. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
We're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Thompson wants to throw. Makes his connection. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, and let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Leaves it with the back. Got room at the 35. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. Give to the running back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 5 down to the 17-yard line. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Cornhuskers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And it won't be easy to throw the ball down the field today, David, because both of these teams have lockdown corners.
I mean, these guys shut down half of the field. Playmaking cornerbacks that really can play man-to-man and lock down the best guys on the other side.
Yeah, if I'm a quarterback in this game, I am taking a calculated risk if I'm thrown towards one of these two dudes because you're just asking to get picked off.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They'll keep it on the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Third down coming.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on 3rd and short. Back to throw. It's Raiola. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Cornhuskers send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. A quick pass to the left, and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. He's looking to throw it. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the ground. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't let him pick up an extra couple yards and stay ahead of the sticks.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Facing 4th down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska is going to be very happy. Their fan base.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
That defender was not fooled at all by the play action. He never thought the offense was running the football. He had his ears pinned back, used his speed to get to the QB.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Green Wave. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Offense gets set for second down. Now the play fake. And they're not on the same page there.
Third down coming.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Nair. Off he goes. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nebraska. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the score comes with a quick strike up top covering 79 yards. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Looking for room. It's Hughes. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Thompson to throw. Floats it out in space. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Quickly complete. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. The give to the tailback. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats.
Nebraska.
They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave! So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
2nd down coming up.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go right back to him. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
It's the running. He's brought down at the 34. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Wide open downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Quarterbacks love throwing slants to big boys. When you got big targets, man, it's hard to miss them. Great job throwing to a guy that tall, putting it near his body, and he plucks it in for the catch.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. It'll be a draw. Fights off a defender. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball in 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Toss sweep to the right. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And 3rd and 2, you're usually thinking maybe something's going off tackle up the middle. They run the toss. How about the defense? Great job setting the edge, sprinting to the football, getting multiple hats there, getting the guy on the ground, stopping him short, causing a 4th down.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Williams. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
They'll try to bully their way for the 1st. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
And it's not a decision time. You're going for this. You're near midfield. Sometimes those punts will go in the back of the end zone. You're going to net like 25, 30 yards at the most. No, no, no. Get the big boy pads on. Strap the extra mouthpiece. Let's go get the 1st down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. When you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
The defense was obviously ready for that play. They've obviously been watching film. They know that that pass play is one of the bread and butter plays this offense has, so nice job defending it.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. To the ground with the back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
Picks up 3. 3rd down coming.
Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. Trying to get to it. Still in the pocket and fires over the middle. And they will score! Touchdown, Huskers!
Number 18.
The number 1 rule for any offense, gentlemen, protect your quarterback. When you do, good things happen.
And the number 1 rule for a defense is to affect the quarterback, or bad things happen to you. Didn't affect the quarterback. Too much time, too clean. You're supposed to frazzle them. You're supposed to find a way to make them feel uncomfortable so they don't have time, so they rush their thought process. That wasn't it.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Thompson wants to throw. Looking down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Got a man. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll give it to Johnson. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Tackle is made at the 42-yard line. 3rd down coming.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And the Huskers look to keep this drive humming. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. The Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
The snap sets up to throw. He makes a grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. He wants it all. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Thompson to throw. He's got an open man. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fleming. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
It's so important to know where you are on the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
The offense getting set for a 1st down from the 45. He's going to pass. Fires to the big fella. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And the try is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? Toughest job inside that stadium right now might just be the scoreboard operator after all those first downs and touchdowns. Big plays have defined this one, thanks to 2 of the best receiving corps in all of college football. Let's see if these defenses can adjust and make the necessary chess moves. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Yulman Stadium.
About to start here in the second half, Tulane will kick it away. On the move from inside is 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
At the 23. Second down coming up.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Gain of 1. It's 3rd down.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. They'll try to run for it. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Picks up 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll try the right side. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up, and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't Olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
The Cornhuskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Catch in the middle, it's Fleming. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. They want to run it left here. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
And these slant routes, you throw them quick. It's a timing route. You've thrown 3 million of them to the wide receiver, and most of the time, he gets his hands up and he catches it, keeps his body in the way. But right there, just lack of focus, lack of concentration, just drops the easy play. He's probably caught that ball 99% of the time it's been thrown to him.
Quickly to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Thompson wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hughes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. You could tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for them.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Finds his tight end. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw, where your highest percentage completion is based on what type of zone coverage it's going to be.
Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
And the Huskers are on the move. Wide out in motion. They're going to ride this running back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Brought down at the 45. 2nd down coming up.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Off play action. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
3rd down coming.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Back to pass, it's Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets into the 40, and it's a first down.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
The Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The handoff to Johnson. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
At the 36-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Leaves it with the running back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
This offense all game long has been running really well, and I'm really impressed by how well they've recruited at the running back position. They've got some dynamic players coming into the game at different points, spelling each other, keeping each other fresh, and they're hurting this defense.
Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll throw it on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Nair. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The give from the gun. They make the stop, but they give up 5 yards on the run. It's down to the 11.
At the 11-yard line.
We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers.
Nebraska, 24, Tulane, 20.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. He's got it! And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the 2nd half, and I think that's the right decision.
Between the uprights, it's good.
That makes the score. Nebraska, 27, Tulane, 20.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's 1st down again. Pulls it and fires to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. They try to pop a run on the draw. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Using his legs, it's Hughes. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
At the 46-yard line. 3rd down coming up.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Finds the tight end. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up 4th down.
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Direct snap. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
And the 4th and inches, man, I'm going for it no matter where I'm at in the field. If I'm in scoring range, if I'm in the red zone, if I'm on the 1, I'm going for it. I have to be able to get inches in these situations. Nice job by the offense.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Thompson to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. The run from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, we saw the coaching staff on the sideline challenging this offensive line to end this game. They've got the lead late now, and they know they're going to continue trying to run the ball to ice it.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Grabbed in the middle. It's Nair. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical third down here in the fourth quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
The Cornhuskers are on the move. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. From the gun, the ground game. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. They'll try the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's no good. He missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Nebraska, 27-20.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Thompson. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, they've thrown 2 straight incompletions, and they just need to play pitch and catch on this next play. They're down a possession, and you don't have to necessarily get the first down right here, but if you don't get it, you've got to at least keep the 4th down manageable to give yourself an opportunity to keep pushing the ball down the field and give yourselves a shot to win.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
Well, they're down a possession, and they're on their own side of the 50, so they need a big one right here. They've just thrown 3 straight incompletions, but it just takes one. It just takes one big play down the field to all of a sudden get that momentum and that juice flowing again to give yourselves a chance to win.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pressure coming. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Thompson wants to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Tosses it incomplete.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. From the gun, looking for a man. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
Well, defense, now you need a big play. You got the incompletion. You need one last play to keep this offense out of the end zone, and you win the game.
If they can pay off this 3rd and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. Dumps it to the back. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.